Semi-final. Qualifier number 6 for the X-Cup Winter, and we got the semi-final. We have Team against the Hardos. A highlight, a best of 3 series. I'm still a little bit sad that the last round wasn't a best of 3. So would have loved to see a bit more between the Hardos and the Donuts. And then again, I gotta admit that the Donuts got kind of steamrolled. The Hardos are currently in really good shape. It's a little bit weird because the Donuts seem to be doing better against Team whereas the Hardos do better against the Donuts. So it's kind of an interesting one that you got there. Not quite the rock, paper, scissors setup. Obviously, the blue team is currently still the favorite in Europe, in any tournament that they participate in, but still interesting to note. Also, again, this is the exact lineup that we're going to see in Miami at the offline event in the US, where Team is going to attend to take on some of the American teams. Simplicity amongst them. In bans, we got Lucio taken out, so that means Rhaegar is up, Jojo is up, and Stukov is still up. One ban still remaining as we're heading into the first map of the best of 3 series here. So, yeah, let's have a look on what they can do with this one. They banned Junkrat, so all 3 mentioned are still in play. Now, one of the things that the Hardos have actually done in the previous game, they locked in an early Johanna, and then instead of using her as a main tank, they played her on the side lane. We've seen that a few times now. We've seen that of last 3 tournaments, I want to say. And I actually like it. I like it a lot. Jojo as a side laner. When you come into the big fights later on and you have a double tank at the front, it's a lot. Yeah, people are also still asking about the Microsoft situation. So Microsoft is apparently buying Blizzard right now. And honestly, guys, I don't think it is going to have an impact on us in the slightest. I rather have low expectations and then be pleasantly surprised than being disappointed once again. But since they are even... There it is again, Jojo. And very likely she's going to be played in the side lane spot. But yeah, as I said, some people seem to think that that means that maybe we can even have a relaunch of HGC, and I gotta shut everybody down quickly that thinks that that is never gonna happen. I mean, no. Especially the people that were involved in HGC, that includes players, casters, and others. If Blizzard would say like, hey, how about you move back to the US and do HGC for us, do you actually think anybody of us would say yes? Blizzard would have to come in with a paycheck so huge that, yeah, after being burned, you know, burn me once, shame on you. Yeah, so yeah, not gonna happen. I mean, the best that we can hope for is maybe a little bit of content. If we get a hero every year, then I would already be pleasantly surprised. But there's way too much copium going around these days and people hoping that this has an impact on heroes, and I really don't think so. I can totally see that they're gonna do something with the StarCraft franchise, for example, and some of the others, but yeah. Some people have like their they're looking at it like, oh my god, please. Yeah, no, not happening. So we got Tracer, we got Tyrael. Blue team decides that they want to play this with Rhaegar, not with Malfurion in here. The doggy obviously quite strong. I still personally expect that we're going to get a double tank for the Hardos, but time will tell. We have Abathur banned out, which I kind of hate. I want to see the slug. I mean, give me the slugger, baby. I told you about my grandiose idea, and some of you know that already, but I know how you make Abathur a thing again. You give him a new ult, you call it Bitch Slap, and it pretty much does, whenever he hits a hero from behind, you can one-shot that hero. Endless possibilities. Medivh Abathur, portal behind it. You go past the bush and you're scared the entire time. You're like, Abathur runs after you. Like, it's gonna be glorious. There's so much that you can do with that. Garrosh Abathur, you know, you throw him behind the target, he turns around, then it's like bam, bam, bam. Easy slaps, you know? There's so much you can do with that. It's insane. But yeah. Blizzard for some reason doesn't like the idea. Haven't implemented it yet. We get Maiev and we get Blaze, so really nice triple frontline for them here, together with Tracer. Dino is going to be the only range damage for them. We got the Kerrigan, though. That is maybe even changing things with the double tank that I expected, so now it makes a bit more sense to go into another melee that can also pack more of a oomph. They got a lot of CC, obviously, already. But let me see what the last pick is. Yrel, still tanky. Very tanky. Together with Kerrigan, Jojo. Yeah, game number 1, semi-final. Qualifier number 6, everybody. Best of 3 series between Team and the Hardos. So let's come in and check out which team takes the lead in this best of 3 to advance to the grand final today. Let's go. Prepare yourself for battle. Game number 1. Towers of Doom. Team Wah on the left side with the Quasar on Blaze. Dino and Tracer, Nagarom on Rhaegar. We got Ultralisk on Maiev and Masquerade on Tyrael. On the right side of the map, we have the Hardos with Bad Benny on Johanna, Copenhagen on Urel. Now that they locked in Kerrigan for Nick, playing on his account Hans today. We don't get that double tank that I was initially expecting. Still, of course, a strong front line with the 3 of them. Yasuo on Brightwing, and we get Hazorps on Hanzo. Okay, let's check the party out here and see who takes the lead. I'm a bit curious. The favorite is still the blue team, that's definitely true. But if there is one team... I mean, when we're talking about the top 4 in Europe, it's Chili Donuts, it's Team Wah, it's the Hardos, and then there's a couple of teams that are currently battling for 4th place. But, yeah, the Hardos definitely have a chance to take them down here. But already, Yasuo is in a bit of trouble. But as I said, he seems to be doing better today. I criticized him quite a bit in the last tournament, the last qualifier that they participated in. He seemed to struggle. Like, I don't know, but he played a lot on Rhaegar. He had a couple of games also in Lucio, and it seemed like he was always in a position where they could easily focus him down and kill him, which is quite uncharacteristic because he is a strong support. So it was pretty much an off day for him, or at least that's what it seemed like. Now here today, in the games that we already observed, looked a little bit better. So we're gonna see how far they can go with this one. We got Ultralisk doing his thing here with Maiev. One of his favorite heroes, of course. And on the right side, they're invading as well. They won it all, and Urel is at the top. So that rotation that they just pulled off here with the easier clear at the top allowed them to get both of the camps, and they even won a kill. Came in with the tether on Hazu. Brightwing reacting immediately, but at least in this case, no kill. Kerrigan, she's already dealing with the pumpkins. One made it through, she's dealing with the rest, so at least they're not losing anything here. But obviously they lose some time that Kerrigan now has to spend here, and that allows the blue team to push the bot lane and do some work on this one. The entire wall taken down early. So, Bad Benny, he is gonna... well, actually, now that I think about it, I mean, Blessed Shield is kind of likely here. The ult on Jojo is always flexible. There's a lot that you can do with Falling Sword, especially when you're level 20 and you get the cooldown reduction. In this case, an added stun on Tracer or even the backline might be pretty neat for them. So yeah, we'll see what they decide to do with the 3 frontliners. Benny needs assistance, and Yasuo's coming in and helping him out right away. But of course, the next altar phase, or the first one, is going to be announced in 5 seconds. So then we'll see which team takes the early lead on the points here in game number 1. Talons. Not really any shocks here. Alright, Benny, look at that. Completing the quest. There we go. Easily done. Has a chance at the bot lane and gets his subdue completed. Good for him. We have the Adrenaline Stim Pack on level 1 for Blaze. But yeah, it was pretty good time that he made there. So, subdue already done. So now we're gonna have way more slows for him, which is gonna be real neat. The more control you have in these situations, the better, obviously. And they are already looking at a lot of potential stuns that they have available for themselves. Ultralisk. Yeah, no tether this time. But Tracer gets a freebie. So 2-1 altar channels in favor of the blue team. No single kill in the game yet. Nobody has died thus far. In Copenhagen at the top, rocking the Space Goat over here as he's doing his thing. Same time now, Benny's boys. Oh, yeah, Hazu, careful, has to get out there. Tracer was already moving in. Dino gets the heal here from Rhaegar. Still nicely done. Dropping him down to 50% already makes it a bit harder for him to re-engage into the fight. That's what Brightwing is really good at. If you have any kind of CC, especially when it's point and click and you don't even have to aim it, that's obviously fantastic against Tracer. Anything that she can't dodge is great. That's also one of the reasons why oftentimes you see auto attackers against her. Jimmy, Sergeant Hammer has been played for a lot of time against Tracer in different metas and patches. But at this point, Dino, he's just going for it, as you can see. Just, yeah, zipping around, playing Nexus Mosquito again. Bzz, 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 and slowly draining their lifeblood. Copenhagen, Jet Propulsion missed him. Good, so dodged out on the stun. But everybody on the red team is already a bit low. They're trying to turn it though, good combo. But maybe not good enough. Yeah, the kill against Kerrigan kicks it off First kill in the game, and the blue team is already pushing past the bell tower in an attempt to take the structure early on in the game. Even a level ahead for them now. Yeah, it's these subtle, small things where they all of a sudden are able to take a big, big lead out of seemingly nowhere. One kill, and bam, they're more than a level ahead. They make some good rotations, they take the bell tower, they claim the camps again, both of them at the bot lane. That puts additional pressure onto the Hardos as they now have to defend, so they have to abandon the altar. Nagrom gets a freebie. 5 shots fired very, very easily for them now. And if they move out against Ultralist, that tether is waiting for you. So the tether is already in. Waits that out. There they come for Yazoo, and that's a kill. The fruit fly is gone. Brightwing is eliminated. And with Trashwing out of the picture, they can go for Johanna and take her down as well. 27 points on the core against 36, and now they're 2 levels ahead and have level 10. Just like that. It's a little bit crazy. If you think about it, it's kind of crazy. No disc, by the way. Warden's Cage. There was a time, that some of you might not remember, where Warden's Cage and disc were taken at roughly the same rate. At roughly a 50% pick rate. Disc was still popular, Cage maybe a little bit more so. And then Blizzard came in and looked at this and was like, ha! You know what? We're gonna buff the disc. But team, it has a 50% pick rate roughly. Doesn't matter, we're gonna make it better. So apparently one of the remaining 1.5 Blizzard developers for Heroes of the Storm decided that he's my F main now. And he loves to play the disc, so they buffed that thing. And since then we pretty much haven't seen the Cage. But Ultralist today comes in with the Cage. They can therefore also force the Sanctification and then make their play there. So that's pretty cool to see that. Rhaegar is using all the wave clear that he has to just move in and take the next camp. Double altar this time, top left, top right. Normally it's an easy exchange between the two. And here's a 3-2-0 on the kill count. With finally a level 10 ability for the Hardos, which gives us the Emerald Dream this time. So they're going... Emerald Wind. So they're coming in with a bit more control that they possibly have. And it's channel time. Blue team is already trying to force the fight. Yeah, and Tracer is down. A sign of life from the Hardos. Well done. So there they get the shot, each team. But of course that's 5 points to 3, 33 to 22. Prost. Yeah, 1 level to 13. And down at the bottom of the map, Boy is doing his thing. Ah, good dodge by Ultralist. That was actually nicely done. The dodge from Ultralist, great reaction. Masquerade gets hit, but is able to move out of the stun attempt from Nick. And therefore, not really any follow-up. I mean, nice from Hazel. He sees the situation, he realizes there's an opportunity, goes for it, and then a quick reaction out of the blue team denies the potential double kill. So that was well done. And now in the mid lane, until the next objective is up, Hazel obviously is going to have plenty of time to recover the cooldown on this arrow. Kerrigan done with the quest. And they are pressuring for another bell tower already. Structurally speaking, the Hardos, they are definitely feeling it. There's a lot of pressure on them, and yeah, even the boss is now getting attacked. Dino is realizing that he might be able to prep this a bit. At the bot lane, they're still keeping them busy here, but they're all over the place right now. There's a level 13 talent with the collision course. And we also get the law and order. And yep, they're gonna take it. Very, very easily. 2 of them in tandem, take the boss. Objective is announced. Top side, 1v1. And the red team has realized that there's only 2 defenders, so they are pushing in now and they're saying, okay guys, we gotta do something about that. But look at this. Copenhagen stolen away! Get wrecked, bitch! Awesome! Big arrow. They want more than that. Tracer gets murdered, and there's a kill on Brightwing and on Tracer. They stole it away. Copenhagen, like a boss, came in, pushed them out. Brightwing is like, I got Emerald Wind. And all of a sudden, the boss is stolen. Awesome. Absolutely love it. Got a little bit cocky there. And the Hardos are like, are you kidding us? No, not like that. Easy steal. Just as they were supposed to get it, and they make the play. Yeah, the Hardos, they're having some fun here all of a sudden. So yeah, the 4 shots were fired, and now we're having 25 against 22. Remember a couple of seconds ago, they were ahead by 11 points. By 11. Now it's 3. Blaze is down, and just like that, the Hardos come back into the game. Yeah, the cage is down. Everybody's a bit low on the red team, but they're still running a numbers advantage on the opponent. Problem is that with the ult here, even with that, he might be dead. There's the Emerald Wind. They're trying to create a little bit of space. They go for my F, and Ultralisk has to back out. Well done. Sanctification is on the ground. Here they come with a play once more. Nick is down, but so is Rhaegar. What a battle. What a fight. Both teams at each other's throat. Now we have 4 to 4 bell towers, and the Hardos with 4 to 5 kills. Also looking good in that department. So yeah, nicely done. I like it. Now that one is still up. Team was so far ahead, but that's what happens when you get a little bit too greedy. Great play though from the Hardos too. 18 to 25, so they still take the lead here. They're still a little bit ahead, good for them. And now the question is, of course, can they regain that big advantage that they had just a few minutes ago? By now, they apply pressure at the bot lane again. Can also look, of course, a bit at what the damage numbers are currently looking like. We have 29,000 for Tracer, 38 for Hanzo. And Tracer moving in again. Trying to go for Nick. Jet Propulsion, so far not out. Emerald Wind, and well, there's the kill. Bunker got interrupted apparently, or wasn't quite yet off cooldown. So in we go with kill number 5 for the Hardos, and them inching closer to level 16. Tracer started to move into the middle, and yeah, this game became very interesting. At the beginning, it looked a little bit like the blue team might just be able to walk over the Hardos without any trouble. Turn them into the softies and just rip them apart 1 kill at a time. And then that one play in the follow-up afterwards just changed everything. Now we have 16 versus 16. Bet Benny there at the front, top side. Dino with one bomb after another, farming a little bit of damage. And here we go. Bottom of the map, Masquerade is already trying to make the play on the minion waves. Just hold the lane, push it out, force the bell tower down. Next one is already announced. That's a triple altar phase now, and so if they get this one, they have a good chance of maybe taking 5 to 10 shots off the opponent's core. But so far they haven't been able to deliver the final blow on the structure. So now they have to fight the battle down here. Sanctification is up. All of the ults are up. The only one that's missing is actually the Blessed Shield. Benny just used it and didn't get any value out of that. So that's a bit of a better situation for them. Yeah, Nick cancelled that. Top side, 2 for 1 against Copenhagen. Dino's trying to get it. They have only 3 at the bot lane. And Nick got it. Nick got it. So now it's all about the top. If Brightwing... This is great for the Hardos. Brightwing together with Copenhagen, they are now able to get themselves that bell tower. That's something you don't want to fight over if you are the blue team. As long as you are running a 2v1, it's fine. Kerrigan down here after Sanctification is gone. Great save also from Tyrael. Another 4 shots are fired, and now it's 17 to 18 points. Guys, we all of a sudden have a lead for the red team. They are a little bit ahead here. Not for long, because, of course, the channel top side is now happening. They're trying to go for the altar. Ultralisk has just now started the channel because they're realizing they won't get it with only 2 of them down at the bottom of the map. They need more. So 4 shots are fired, not 5. And we have 17 points, 2-14. And Tracer gets murdered by Hazu. Tracer is down. And with that, they look for more. They go for Masquerade, they go for Nagrom. Can't get either one, I suppose. Masquerade makes it out. But this is all of a sudden a nail biter. 17 to 14. There we go. Finally, camp is taken. Is that the first camp that they take down here? Mercenary experience. Look at this. They're doubling it. I mean, they took the boss. Keep that in mind. They got the boss. They got very little else. So now they get 1. And they're trying to also claim this one. Obviously has already been taken. So they can at least defeat it without risking any structures. Minion experience nearly identical. No big gap there. It's kind of interesting how the XP came to pass for both of them. So the Hardos definitely caught up a lot. Especially, of course, in hero kills. They're a little bit ahead. It's, by the way, a perfect example that it depends a lot on what the level is of the hero that you kill. So we have 6 kills to 6 kills. But there's 1,700 gap in experience between the two teams because of when those hero kills came to pass. Sanctification, and Nick is dead. Kerrigan got killed. Big arrow. Condemn into arrow. Brutal. A brutal savage wrecked. That was an easy kill on Tracer. I'm actually shocked that they didn't get more. If anything, I'm surprised of how well the blue team is currently doing. Yes, it's a 4 versus 4, but I honestly expected the blue team to lose more than only one hero here. That combo was a work of art. Now they're going for Benny and team once again with big plays here. They take down, well, they take nobody down. They lose my F, but still, they got the bell tower. So if you check this one out, look at the combo that comes off in just a moment. So they go for the Kerrigan kill, and then you see the combo coming in right here. I mean, arrow after the condemn. Tracer gets killed shortly after, so that was really, really well played. 5 shots, by the way, now fired, so it puts them down to 9 points. Level 20 is nearly ready. And yeah, this game is quite something. So for now, we have the boss, again, being targeted. This time by the Hardos, though. They don't have level 20 yet, but they run a 5 versus 4, and that's something that Team Wa can't contest. The reason why the Hardos have to do that in the first place is they need to remove it as an option from the map. They are the ones under pressure, and now they put the core down to 13 points. So it's still fairly close. If they can recover the bell tower control at the bot lane, that would go a long way. And up at the top, another camp, but to be popped. Now 20 is now available on both sides, which gives us the intensive wins. We also got Seraphim at the attempt to retake the bell tower. So far thwarted. And here comes the fortified bunker with a Farseer's Blessing. Every single time I read Farseer's Blessing, I have to... I'm reminded again of Farseer's Apprentice. And I recommended the book series already just recently. And apparently some of you took me up on it and started reading it. And so far I've only heard positive comments about it. So yeah, if you're looking for another fantasy series and you haven't heard about it yet, that's the one to check out. Farseer's Apprentice. Yeah, and the one thing that they also need to check out is the survivability of Blaze, because our boy gets a little bit abused today. That's another kill against him, and he hasn't fared very well here. That's 3 kills. Another big arrow from Hazu. They're looking for another one. They already converted the bell tower. Tracer is down 2. Team is in trouble. The Hardos. The Hardos coming in with a big plays towards the end of the game. And guys, this can end the game one way or another. It all depends on, can you retake another bell tower? Do you get all 3 altars? And with a 5 versus 3, there's definitely a chance. So Urel is already moving up to the top. Does she have enough time? I think she does. No, she doesn't. Maybe. No. That would have likely been game. But they go for the bell tower. 9 points on the core. And, well, they needed more. So they won't be able to end here. Doesn't seem like they can anymore. Yeah, for that they needed to have more bell towers and then also get the altars. But the shots are fired. 9 points to 9. And with Brightwing also moving to the top right, they can take the lead now. So, yep. They can take that lead right here. And they will. Which means there's only going to be 5 points remaining on the core of Team Wa. Which isn't too bad. It's more than... I mean, as long as you hold the bell tower control, it's more than you can get with an altar. It's more than you can get with a boss. So this will still drag on for a little bit longer. But, yeah. This game went from, oh my god, they're gonna get stomped, to, holy hell, who's gonna win? That's what's gonna happen here. Oh, it is already happening, if we're honest about it. Now, we still have a situation in which especially Tracer, but also Kerrigan, have been beaten down quite significantly. But of course, one good play from either Tracer or Kerrigan can quickly redeem them in this series and allow them to maybe even end the game. If you get that kill, if you make that one move, that's all that you gotta do here. Tyrael, Urel, and Hanzo, the only ones that haven't died yet. And it's all about the control. Double altar is coming up next. Double altar is gonna come in next time. There's the play for the camp. And Brightwing already playing this super safe here. But yeah, they're controlling the bush. They're making sure that nobody can push in. So now they got the pumpkins at the bot side. Counter play from team as they went for the same. But Tyrael is dead. No sanctification. Tyrael is down 5 versus 4 and they're in trouble. They're in real trouble now. It's a numbers advantage for the Hardos. This could end the game. If they get both of the altars, or if they get a bell tower. And one more kill and the game's over. One more kill against the blue team. Already Rhaegar used the ult. Nagrom is dead, and that has to be game. That has to be game. Until somebody pops off hard for team. Wow, they are going down here. Ultralisk is also eliminated. Dino is on the run. Blaze is going to get killed at the bottom of the map, as you can see. Dequaza, he's getting murdered. Hazu with the first channel. One had already happened. The 4 shots are fired right here. The only survivor is Tracer, and this is a game. The Hardos with the lead in the semi-final. Nicely done. GG and well played as the red team locks in the W on Towers of Doom.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
To the Spider Queen, second map of the series, and the Hardos are in the lead. They turned it around. Good on them. That was well done. It was a good game. And there are a few teams these days apparently that bring the fight to the long-standing favorite and #1 in the European scene. So maybe the throne is finally getting attacked. Everybody is aiming for the king. So we have Vala and Lucio, both banned. Question, of course, that immediately arises is what happens with Stukov, what happens with Rhaegar, what happens with Jojo. Those are your usual suspects these days. Now, you can see other bans too, but those are definitely 3 heroes that will play a role one way or another in this draft. Or at least should. So Rhaegar banned. Do you ban Jojo, or do you more think about banning Stukov, for example? So, yeah. And Tomb is also a pretty good map. I mean, map choice has been made by the Hardos. Every single time when you're in a best of 3 series and the team loses a map, then they have the choice, the losing team has a choice whether for map number 2 they want to have map choice or first pick first ban. And 99% of the teams go for first pick first ban, at least on the top level. So in this case, therefore, the Hardos were the ones that picked the map, and they decided in favor of Tomb of the Spider Queen. Tracer gets banned, but that results in Johanna being played right away from the blue team. Stukov is open. You could go into something along the lines of an Stukov and Ubarak, or Stukov and Varian, not necessarily as a double pick. But if you want to go for one of these sniper compositions, that's definitely something you can do here. But are we getting a Stukov? That's the first question, of course. You can still play this out with Lucio's band. So they go for Hanzo, and we got Blaze. Oh, nah! I hate that Blaze skin. I think he's so bad. It doesn't look good. Blaze, in my eyes, is a fire, but you know he needs like a proper armor. Every single time he doesn't have like a armor, it just like feels fake. I don't know. Doesn't really feel like a real firebed to me. For them, I mean, the supports are still up. So there's Junkrat, and you got Urel. Pfft, that is already a terrifying front line, and on top of that, you have interrupts now from Jojo. You have interrupts from Junkrat. So that's pretty good. And Junkrat can follow up on any stun that you have. Puts a mine down, bit of displacement, then Urel jumps after it, gives you the mace, and you're like, poof. So, yeah. Okay, so with that now we got Deckard Cain and Lunara. It's actually nice that they're banning Deckard. It's a good idea too. Deckard can be very, very annoying. And since everybody's focusing a little bit more on supports and the Hardos are going to pick theirs now, they are already limiting the options even further. They can still pick Malfurion is up, Stukov is still up, our boy is falling a little bit in priority. And I mean, there's plenty of supports even outside of those two that you can take these days and that we've also seen. So first we got Diablo and Anduin. Alliance above all. For the Alliance. Crybaby. God, very few heroes that want to slap around so hard like Anduin. I mean, honestly, now that I think about it, which hero would you like to have, like, to be locked into a room with for 5 minutes? And you can't say Vala or Nova. That's not what I'm talking about here. We're not going full Brazzers on this one. I'm talking... Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I think Anduin would be a big one for me. Anduin would definitely be, yeah, torturing me in that Chinese event for 2 weeks. It's too much. Is there any other hero that I really, like... I don't even Brightwing. No. No. Brightwing wouldn't be fun. I don't know. Yeah, it's a weird one. Anyways, we got Maiev and we got Stukov, so the Stukov pick is late, but there it is, and we have the triple frontline again, this time with Junkrat. And Ultralis is having a happy day. He can play Maiev over and over again. This time a bit less CC for the Hardos, but they get Leo at the bot lane. Full D on the front line, nearly full. They got Blaze, of course, too. So triple front line for them as well. So guys, let's go. We already got 2 more Spider Queen. Map number 2, the Hardos, they have a chance. They can win this with a 2-0 maybe here even. Let's find out together if they can pull it off. 2 more Spider Queen, map number 2. Second game. First opportunity to end it. The Hardos eager to pull that off. Blue team is going to try and prevent it. Nagrom on Stukov. We got Dino and Junkrat. Ultralisk on Maiev. Masquerade on Jojo and Dequaza on Urel. On the right side of the map, the Hardos with Bad Benny on Diablo. You got Hazops on Hanzo. Hans, aka Nick, on Leoric with Copenhagen on Blaze. And Yazu on Anduin. Yeah, Soul Shield on level 1. We also have the Low Blow. And for Jojo, the Zealous Glare. They should have renamed that. They should have renamed it into the Smexy Glare. I'm gonna rename that. From now on, we're gonna talk about this as the Smexy Glare. If there's one person that deserves to have a talent named after him, and what better talent to just rename this one, and then it's definitely him. And I don't know if there's anybody else that just like stares at opponents and has a talent named after it, but Smexy needs some representation here. Yeah. Quacknix has some representation in the game, in case that you didn't know it. Like the Junkrat dance animation, the jumping thingy was designed after him. After one of the jumps that he made after they won the mid-season brawl. But Smexy has no representation there, yeah. So it's the Smexy Glare, for sure. Nobody stares like him. From Zealous Glare to Smexy Stare. There we go. Okay, so let's see what they can pull off. The Hardos, really surprising already in game number 1. Really good performance, and they get the first kill, aren't they? Yeah, there it is. They take down Jojo. Masquerade is down. So they are just continuing where they started on the last map. Good for them. Can they really pull this off? Imagine a 2-0 victory for them. Until last week, until last week I had a hard time remembering when Team lost the series the last time. And I honestly don't know when was the last time that they lost the series with a 2-0. I really, really don't know. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. 2-0 kills. Obviously, this one is not a lock for the Hardos yet. We're way too early in the game. So many things can happen here. But still, that is a great start for them. They have the early level 4. They have a talent advantage for a couple of seconds. They can maybe also dominate a bit on these turning points. And let's not forget that with the 2 kills they got, they also took gems away from the blue team. Currently, there is a significant advantage in gems for the Hardos, but Bad Benny might find himself in a bit too much trouble. Anduin, well, yeah, look at you, you coward. Anduin there, he rode in on his high horse, sees an ally in need, and what does he do? He goes and runs away. It's like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, I wasn't close enough, so couldn't go for the pull. But that was a kill. And at least they recovered some of the gems there, so yeah. Now, first kill for Team... So we'll see what they can do with this one. Already down at the bottom of the map. The wall is opened. And nowhere else have we really seen structures attacked to that degree. And this is a really good map for the Hardos too. They feel at home here. They like it. They play it a lot. They pick it a lot. So it's home territory for them, so to say. Ultralisk, yeah, if he goes a bit too close to Bad Benny, he's going to be bullied around once again. But yeah, talking about bullying, there was the attempt to push into the wall. That one didn't work, but Copenhagen is also missing the jet propulsion, so a lot of CC is not hitting. Leo is ghosting away. They got 41 gems against 39, so team caught up in gems. At least a bit. And they're also starting to take some structures down here. Blue team, they're not just rolling over. Nope, they are fighting for this one. And they are starting to get some traction in game number 2. Yep. Nearly caught up in experience. Level 7 is kicking in. Nobody has turned a single gem in yet. Dino holds 19 at this point. 19. They go for another kill attempt. Ultralisk. Benny gets bullied around hard. I mean, hello? He can just take his hands off the keyboard at this point because he's not allowed to play anymore today. I mean, look at this shit. He got ping-ponged for a minute. Tether displaced by Urel. Now, Urel was the only one that wasn't involved. But yeah, just ping-ponged around, slowed and bullied. They go for Dainu and the kill on Hanzo. Yep. Team back to business. Making the plays here. Early game was a little bit shaky maybe. The very early game. Still not at level 10. But now, different story. Nick with 30 gems. But the blue team, they turn in first. So, yeah, the momentum has shifted already. The 2 kills to 0 from early on and the wall destroyed at the bot lane didn't really have any big impact right now. Team they're looking at this like, boys, we can't lose this one. Not like this. Not with the 2-0. We're the ones that's supposed to be dominant here, so let's make this one count. And Benny, again, gets bullied once more. Yasu, great play. Yasu really paying attention to all of this and saying, okay, this time I got your back, bro. And now they at least save Diablo. It's a cooldown trade at the end of the day. And eventually, Andrew's gonna have a tough time here. He's not the only one, by the way. Leo is low and can't really go into the lurking arm either, so he taps the fountain and survives. Dequaza hasn't given up on the kill yet and comes in, but they're getting all occupied in the mid lane, and that's starting to become an issue as the Web Weaver is continuing to push the fort down, and this one's a goner. Fort is down, and there's still Web Weavers on the auxiliary lanes, especially at the bot lane. We've seen the wall fall. They're going for the towers here too. Top side, also got to be careful. This was all opened up, and level 10 abilities are getting closer and closer, so you have to be careful around that too. But Benny again, tether, lurking arm, silence, bullied, stunned, slowed, and pushes in after that too. I mean, if you're Bad Benny, you're just having a tough day right now. You're not having fun, and that can't happen. Yeah, Riptire to zone them away. How many gems was that? 40 in total? Did they just lose 40 gems? Did I see that correctly? Damn. Level 10 against level 9. And with the first objective, with the first one alone, we have team with 2 forts destroyed. 2 forts are down, and now the janitor is back. Janitor is trying to take out the trash here, but he can't find any. So, Nick, yeah, that was rough. That was a lot of gems lost. More than he really wanted to. And yeah, obviously the kill count or the death count is already illustrating again what I was talking about earlier. With 3 deaths on Diablo, he's just having a rough time. Yep. Now, all the way top side. There's the next play they're going to try and make. There's 44 gems in the hands of Masquerade and his boys, so a second turn-in for them seems likely. Talking about turn-ins, there's not a single gem that the Hardos have delivered yet. Not one. Might change now. But nah, until now. Nobody's making a move just yet. They're trying to go for Hanzo. Yasu's the one that has to pay the most attention because, I mean, if you're talking about it during the draft, if you have these stuns or any potential CC and then Junkrat follows up, it's so fast. Like, 1 second you're fine, the next moment you're finding yourselves in the middle of 3 opponents because Junkrat just came in and used the mine against you. So Yasu has to pay attention to this a lot and really play around what Dainu does so that he can save his targets. Now, level 13, soon TM, but we have 42 gems delivered and they got plenty of gems left, so they can go for the full turn-in now. Dainu is already pushing the top lane out. There's only a single fort remaining, and that's at the bot lane. For the Hardos, it's rough, because if that turn-in happens now, then level 13 as a talent advantage during the push is inevitable. And there it is. Blue team, perfect combo. This is level 13. Once that the Web Weavers are down, they're already working on the bottom fort, and that means talent advantage, objective, and the fort's taken apart. So big plays from the blue team. Jet propulsion is missing. 29 gems. 29 gems. You can't lose him here. You have to save him. Riptire is out. Web Weavers are on the way. Diving deep in the mid lane, by the way. That's the first one that has to be taken care of by the Hardos. And this is also where the blue team is headed now. Ultralisk is still delivering the blows at the bot lane to make it easier for the Web Weaver to approach. But there it is. They play in the middle. They can open the wall up. That alone would already be a win. Level 13 with a full build into the lurking arm. It hungers. And at the bottom of the map, Blaze is trying to hold the fort. Or in this case, the keep. So Ultralis gets drained. Yeah, and the again, the 18 gems on Leo. Ooh, bad feeling. But they're actually defending pretty well. Considering the circumstances, they haven't lost too much. They're losing the wall in the middle, but that's definitely acceptable. The fort was taken out earlier. Now we have level 13 on both sides. In this case, more drain for Diablo, for Leoric, a Diablo character. I'm completely wrong. And we got the enchant boots, the lion speed. Yeah, Hazu jumping out. He wants a new bow. Anduin wants new boots. Yeah. New boots, so he can run away faster. Alright, so one of the things that the blue team does a lot is to come in and try and take the boss with 1 or 2 heroes. Now, this time they don't have any of the usual suspects that will do that for them. Oftentimes they're playing with either Vala or with Tracer here. So I think we're not going to see that play. Maybe they also learned the lesson from the last map, because if you remember, one of the reasons why the Hardos are in the lead in the first place is that Team got a little bit greedy and tried to go for a boss. A play that was shut down very quickly by Urel. 90 gems for the Hardos, closing in on the triple digits. They have to deliver before level 16 is there for the blue team. If they don't do that, then they're in for a rough ride. Already are, more or less. Diablo is still working on a few more souls here. Yeah, Dequaza, 43 gems now in Copenhagen alone. Okay, so 29,000 damage for both Hanzo and for Junkrat. Dino can now easily turn in. This is getting a bit scary. They're turning in 34 gems. It's 45 that they hold in total then. 15, 16 more, and they have another turn in. And with 100 gems in possession, the Hardos have not turned in once. And they won't do it either until they have level 16. So there's a very good chance that Team locks in another objective before the Hardos even deliver the first gem. Because as long as there's level 16, the red team is not gonna move in and turn in those gems. That just can't happen. Team Y would love to have that fight. Are you kidding me? If the red team all of a sudden says like, well, boys, let's fight without level 16 talents. Blue team's gonna sit there as like, well, be our guest, let's go, where do you want to meet? But right now, it's, yeah, high time for another turn-in. 49, they need 11. They got 6. They need 5. Mad life on stream, I know. You guys are absolutely, I mean, I think a round of applause for myself. Nailed that one. Absolutely nailed it. So yeah, here it is. Turn in. Blue web weavers are ready. At least level 16 is now in play for the Hardos. So at least they got that. But, well, we'll see. We got the Crushing Hope in. The Glyph of Faith is big. I mean, that one's big. The Entomb is missing. He has 42 gems. Oh, most of the gems on 2 heroes. Yep. Copenhagen has 54. And they're already playing in the middle around Dibbles. There's the jump, and they're trying to go for Diablo. The barbecue has started, but it's not enough damage right now. They try to go for the Quasar. So far, the blue team is still fine, but they're about to lose Urel. No, the arrow, they go for Nagrom. And Stukov is down. Yeah, the Hardos. They come in with a place. They take 1 kill. They were looking and hoping for more. They still have to deal with the web weavers, but at least the initial onslaught here was successful. They didn't lose anybody, but they still got to be careful with Copenhagen. And Yazush is there. Zip! And denies any potential play. Now, the keeps have taken a bit of damage, but if you are getting murdered by one web weaver wave after another, that is of course to be expected. The point is that if the Hardos get multiple turns in a row now, then they could bring this back. They haven't taken a single fort yet, but as long as they don't lose keeps, they're Gucci. So once again, here comes the push forward. Stukov isn't back yet. Soon. But they need to turn in now. 144 gems. Guys, that's pretty much 3 turn-ins. They don't have enough gems yet for 3 turn-ins, but if they turn in twice, by the time that the second Web Weaver wave is defeated, they will have enough if they didn't lose anybody here and can turn it for the 3rd time. So this is the opportunity right now. They still haven't turned in a single gem. Not even one. Quasar, look at him. Yeah, he wants to stop that retreat. There he is. They go for Hanzo. There's a tether. Oh, and the kill. Even with Yasuo paying attention. And god, that's annoying. Now you finally get that turn in. And then Hanzo dies a second later. And you have no chance of making a play with the Web Weavers. Because you only have 4 players on the map. Yeah, that one is only going to push the lane back a little bit. But they will have no real opportunity to take a fort down. I don't think so. Nah, that can't happen. 30 seconds for Hanzo, plenty of time for them. And the fight in the mid lane, the goal obviously is to get a staggered kill against Bad Benny. And yeah, he's going for the barbecue here. Can they get that kill against Ultralisk? Maybe. Ooh! Ultralisk didn't like that at all. He's like, yeah, could you please not push him on me? 56 gems, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. 56 gems. They claim them. Alright, they claim them. I expected them to try and push them back here. But now they're all in the hands of Bad Benny. He has 73 gems. 73 gems! 27 more and he gets the secret mount. He's close to the secret mount right now. There's, by the way, still people that don't know the secret mount story, so real quick, as we have that push coming. In one of the games that I played years ago, we stomped the opponent on this map. It was a Storm League match, and we had one guy on our team that was just like pestering everybody and just pinging everyone, spamming, chatting, and being like, turn in your gems, turn in your gems, even if we had just 15. And so we were telling him, like, dude, we want the secret mount. He's like, secret mount, what's the secret mount? It was back in the time when he could get that spider mount. I think it was with a Facebook Connect or something. And we told him that if you have triple digits, if you get 100 gems and you hold 100 gems, then you get a secret mount. And so from that moment on, everybody was in on the joke. I mean, it was actually randoms that I played with, but everybody told him that story. Said, yeah, it's totally true, it's totally true. From that point onward, that guy just shut the fuck up, never said anything again. Ooh, Masquerade, you're in trouble, bro. Never said anything again, and by the time that we were going for core, he had 95 gems, and he was like begging us, please, I need only 5 more gems and I get the secret mount, please. And then we told him, like, dude, listen, there's no secret mount, we just wanted you to shut the fuck up, and yeah, thanks for that. And then we ended the game, and he started raging, and everybody was just laughing, and yeah. It was a pretty fun one. It was pretty good to have a couple of randoms that he could fool one of the toxic boys with, so it was kind of nice. Big kills on the keep, by the way, at the top. So getting that boss out of the kill that he got earlier, that was actually huge. Now, the second turn-in that we have from the Hardos here, they got some kills. They take Jojo down. It's 8 kills against 4 still, and the level 20 is, of course, a problem. There's still no fort down. They're even having them go for the unyielding despair here. But, yeah. It's a little bit rough. They have still a couple of gems, and the Red Web Weavers are still playing out the top lane. But control has never been really regained for the Hardos. Every single kill that they make is nice. But yeah, I don't know. So we'll actually see what they can do here right now. I mean, at this point, Dainu is already going for the next camp. The only thing that the Hardos really accomplished with all of these turns is that they pushed the lanes big a little bit, but they still lost to keep up at the top. And yeah, now we have, I mean, finally level 20 for the Hardos, but honestly for the red team to make any kind of headway here, they need to have a big team wipe or something. Yeah, they need to do something like that. We have 8 kills to 4, 1 keep gone, still no fort destroyed. And they're trying, I mean, they're going for the Quasar here, but the fort, the Entomb wasn't followed up quickly enough. Benny is low, there's the old on Urel already. And, well, with that, we now also have immediately next play there. So, yeah. At the top lane in particular, they're going to try and escort some of the catapults now towards the core. I mean, it's 19 minutes into the game at this point already. Well, yeah, for now, we got Benny and his boys with the 71 gems. The problem for them is really that the red team, oh sorry, the blue team is also getting closer and closer to another one. Another turn-in, I mean. And yeah, there's that. Yeah, it's a tricky game. I mean, Benny is trying to get any connect at the front here. Same is also true, of course, for Leo, who's just dropping those entombs like they're free and hopes that they can get that kill. Maybe now, that's actually a perfect opportunity at this point. If they can get a good entomb and maybe some follow-up, they need kills. The arrow is out, and yeah, that's the perfect opportunity to catch Stukov. That was a great catch. They saw him, and they immediately realized with the self-stun through the lurking arm, they have a kill opportunity. And now they go for the double. 2 kills, this is exactly the kind of momentum that they need to build here. 2 kills, maybe more. Masquerade and Dino are both low. Both of them die. 4 kills, and that's the moment. That's the moment when you have to turn in. That's the moment when you have to take some structures down. You really, really need to bring this one home now. Take forts down, go for keeps even, and really, really try to get not only ahead, but yeah, well, at least draw even in keeps. You have 30 seconds until Stukov is back. Urel alone can't do anything. If anything, she needs to be careful that she doesn't get killed, because a stagger death on her, that would be a disaster. So yeah, mid lane, they might even go for core here. They might even go for core. Big, big plays, seriously. Huge play from the Hardos. And with the Web Weavers coming in, and the Web Weavers and the top and at the bot lane protecting the lanes, they might try and end the game here. It might be the only chance that they're gonna get. And Dequaza knows it. But Stukov is back. There's the Web Weaver. Can they really end this? I think this is not really gonna work for them. I feel they have to move back here. The core is losing hit points, obviously, but everybody's back. 5-man defense, core's at 70, Webweaver is still alive. Can they really pull this off? It's 40, yes they can! They right-click the shit out of it, and they go for the core. Hanzo down, Diablo down, but the game's over, and the Team Y is out! They drop into the 3rd place decider, and the Hardos go to the finals.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.